Welcome to the Dead Pixel Society podcast, the photo imaging industry's leading news source. Here's your host, Gary Pageau. The Dead Pixel Society podcast is brought to you by MediaClip, Advertech Printing, and School Photographers of America.
Hello again and welcome to the Dead Pixel Society podcast. I'm your host, Gary Pageau, and today we're joined by Ori Guttin, a co-founder of Viewbug, which is based in San Diego, California. Hi, Ori. How are you today?
Very good, Gary. Thanks for having me.
Viewbug's been around for over a decade. But for those who aren't familiar with the company, can you just spell out a little bit what your business model is built around?
Sure. We, as a quick overview, we started Viewbug as a way to pretty much solve a problem. Back in the day, joining contests was kind of difficult. You weren't sure if you were sending your photo to a good website or a scammy site, or if somebody was going to keep the rights of your images or not. So together with my co-founder, we decided to build a platform where the photographers would feel safe and comfortable sharing their images in contests. Mm-hmm. And fast forward to today and back to your question, we built a community where we monetize via subscriptions. So photographers pay either monthly or yearly subscriptions to participate in the different contests that we host. And now, along many other tools that we offer, such as website hosting, logo designs, we'll talk about it, NFT building and whatnot, and educational material. So a bunch of different tools to allow photographers to empower their skills.
Mm-hmm. And about how many users do you have approximately?
We're about 4 million members in the community.
Great. So you were originally built around this idea of contests, and you used to partner with brands to run their contests, but that's not really something you're doing a lot of right now, right? I think people will probably remember you back from those days.
Yeah, we used to do a lot of partnerships with brands. We still do it. We have a very thorough process of launching a contest and curating the entries, and during that process, there are some contests that we do partner with brands, and others are contests that we launch ourselves.
Sure. Okay. But so primarily you're built around the Viewbug community. That's really kind of where you're putting your focus on is, having contests and events and activities for your community, not for other brands.
Correct. It's mostly the contests are the backbone of the community, and we're all about contests, so we also have challenges, which are user-generated challenges. And we've had over 60,000 challenges created by our members. Each member can select their own theme, and it's a very cool way to share your skills and specific themes that you like, and to see how the community interacts with those.
So you mentioned earlier NFTs, and that is a somewhat nebulous topic right now, because I'm not sure, it got a lot of buzz a while back, especially during the pandemic. And I think there's still some questions about what NFTs are as they relate to photography and how you can monetize them. So what are NFTs in the Viewbug concept, and how do you want people to monetize them?
Yeah, the way we see NFTs is as a tool for photographers to keep track, or to pretty much on the blockchain have a contract where they keep track of the rights of their image. We feel it's a very powerful tool to have everything on the blockchain, and you have to have an official contract that anybody can access to showcase that you minted the photo, you uploaded it to the blockchain. And the way we like it, we're doing it on Viewbug, is that we're giving photographers the tool to mint their photos and to showcase them on a gallery, so that you can sell those NFTs and have a beautiful way to display them.
So you were always kind of in the business of legitimizing photos, right? That these are the actual photos. Like you said, when you started, there were a lot of scammy contests out there. And there were a lot of platforms that were, basically about stealing people's images. So this is kind of within your skill set of keeping images verified and sacrosanct.
100%. We even do it on every contest. I mean, there are terms of use and services that we never take the rights of the images. The photographers always keep the rights. And the NFTs is extending that philosophy to help photographers keep the rights of their photos.
So when did that roll out, and what has been the reception of that?
That rolled out, usually when we roll out new features, Gary, we have a process. We don't simply open it to all the community and it's ready for everybody to use. We pretty much do a beta testing first to some to more avid users of the community. So we pretty much launched it about 2 months ago. It's not fully open to everybody yet.
Right.
And we've seen people play around with it, mint their photos, submit it we're using it on the Ethereum blockchain, and we're starting to see some usage there.
So who would be the type of photographer who you think would be the ideal type of photographer for this? In terms of the type of work they do?
Yeah, I think there's a wide variety of photographers that could be using this. Definitely the photographer that's already selling their photos on different marketplaces. Someone who's licensing their photos on as stock photography, that they want to have an extra exposure to protecting their images, and for them to have a contract where they keep pretty much all the perpetual royalties of the sales of the photo. So that's a very cool concept. And new photographers that have never experienced with stock photography, that have felt uncomfortable sending their photos to a third-party platform. Right. NFTs, I think, opens up a lot of possibilities because even though they're sending their photos to the Viewbug marketplace or the Viewbug account, they're doing it with a contract that they can access all the time. So I think it's more open, public, and more straightforward.
So you're kind of taking out the stock photography middleman.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
What about the discovery process for the photographer? It's really, one of the values that a stock photography house has is, they've got millions of images. A customer goes there and they tap in the keywords they want, and hopefully the photographer's work will come up, and that's how they get found. In your platform, how are they going to get discovered? Are there tools for promoting their work in there, or how does that work?
Yes, there's plenty of tools. As a photographer, we give you tools to promote your work, not only the tools, but also the gallery where you can display your images. And we're in the process of, like the next iteration of the product, we're going to have different templates that you can display your NFTs in, and even virtual galleries. So it will be a more submersive experience, both for the photographer and for the viewer. And we're also building a marketplace where, as you mentioned, if somebody is searching for specific type of images, they can find them. But we've seen with NFTs, Gary, it's the photographer or the creator itself, the one who really likes to promote their project, and we give them all the tools to do so.
That isn't your only news, because you're recently announcing another way to basically your own currency within the platform. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Absolutely. So we recently released the Viewbug Coin, and the Viewbug Coin is a way to earn rewards for completing various tasks in the community. We're very excited about this because we give coins to members for uploading photos, browsing contests, joining contests, joining challenges, whatnot. And they can gather coins by even logging into the site on consecutive days, and then they can exchange them for rewards. And we have really cool rewards, from ebooks to backpacks to cameras, and something that we just released, Gary, and I think you're the first one to hear this and excited to share it with you, is that we're not only giving coins to the members, but we're allowing members to spend those coins on other members. So there's not only on members, but also on photos. So we understand the whole concept of liking a photo on social media. Mm-hmm. But we understand that when you see visually a photo that really is appealing to you, sometimes a like is not enough.
Right.
So if you had a hard-earned coin on your account, you can now give that coin to the photo that you liked. Mm-hmm. So it's a very cool way for photographers and community members to interact with each other and to give each other appreciation. Mm-hmm. So not only can you give coins to photos, but also if you go to like a photographer's profile, you can give that photographer as many coins as you wish.
Mm-hmm. So what is the base value of a coin?
That's a very good question, and that we're still working on that side. I mean, nowadays it's some people call it the tokenomics of the coin, and the initial stage is for us to provide the coin for community members to use it, to interact with each other using the coin. And then the second stage, once and if we get there, is to actually give it a monetary value so that it can be exchanged. But as of now, it's just like an internal coin that people can use in the community and exchange for rewards.
So, I've seen various tokenized economy applications, and a lot of times, for rewards, you get points for a credit card and things like that. So I was trying to figure out how you're going to be able to translate that to a physical reward. Let's say somebody wants to use a coin to buy a print off a photographer. I'm just curious if that's in the offing and how you're going to manage that. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah, that's something that we're currently doing on the reward store. You can exchange your coins from, again, ebooks to swag to like actual products, TVs, backpacks. And we did do some, obviously, a lot of calculations on what would be the value of earning a coin versus getting a TV for that coin.
So you're becoming an economist, basically, is how basically.
Talking to a few economists, if I would be the economist, I think that coin wouldn't be very valuable.
Right. But it is interesting because, usually, when you have a point-based system like that, like a credit card reward points or something like that, you just say no cash value, but you can trade it in.
And after all, sorry to interrupt, Gary, our philosophy via the contest is to reward creativity. That's what a contest is doing pretty much. So we're like, we really always with a mission to continue empowering our members and continue rewarding our members. And it was as a non-brainer to continue our roadmap to give more tools to empower and reward members. And what a cooler way to reward members and to give them more tools and ways to get prizes.
Well, I think it's very interesting from a community building standpoint, right? Because like you said, thumbs up or likes or whatever are relatively cheap, right? And so from a value standpoint, even if it's a fractional of a cost, you're still, I have to really like this to give it a coin.
Correct. And there's way much more emotional involvement when you're giving a coin rather than a like. And the person who receives that coin has the same feeling. It's very different to simply receive a like versus knowing that someone decided to give you one of their coins.
Right. So does a member, because you've got various membership levels, correct?
Correct.
So do you get X number of coins based on your membership level? Is that how that works? And
you're asking the right questions. We are a freemium model. Viewbug, the community, is a freemium model. So as a free member, you get 1 coin per each action that I mentioned.
So you can earn coins by participating.
Correct. But then as a paid member, you get 2x coins on every action.
Okay.
So
you
it's
can
added value.
you can accelerate your earnings.
You can accelerate your earnings by 2x pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Okay. But basically you have to be an active participant in the community, have good standing, if you will, right, to earn coins, and then to dispense them, you have to be of good character, if you will, be a helpful participant in the community. I guess the way I'm phrasing that.
Absolutely, and the coins is just an added extension to all the community interactions that are already happening on Viewbug. So it's a way to strengthen the community.
How have the beta tests gone for that, and what's your timetable for rolling that out?
The beta test is going amazing. The timetable, as we speak, we should be launching the coins on the iOS app and Android app. Mm-hmm. So they should be, actually, once this conversation is live,
you're going to flip the switch. Okay.
Yeah, they should be live on both of our apps and on the website for all members.
Was there a sense of beta test? What was some of the feedback you were getting? Because it sounds to me like it's an easy concept to understand, but maybe difficult to implement.
Very interestingly, for the community members, we saw right away that around 20% of the members that were doing some actions on the site are already giving away coins. Mm-hmm. So, yes, the beta testing, all the technical side of things was very difficult to build, but mm-hmm. for the actual community member, once they see it on the screen and to understand the process, is very simple mm-hmm. and incredible to see how people are. I mean, when you launch a product like this, you're not sure once you open it to all the community what's gonna happen. We knew. I mean, we were 99% sure of the results.
Right.
But it's incredible to see people giving coins to photographers and to photos left and right.
Mm-hmm. So have there been any surprises in terms of some photographers maybe getting a lot of coins or getting a lot, because this is a different way of getting recognition, right? So have there been any surprises there among your beta testers for anything users who are maybe heavy users are getting more recognition now because they were active anyway? Because I kind of see where that would go. If you have somebody who has a positive reputation in your community, they're probably more likely going to receive coins.
Yes. So community members that have been active in the community are already receiving a lot of coins. Mm-hmm. One, because they're logging in on a daily basis, and that gives them more coins on a cumulative aspect. Mm-hmm. And somebody who's interacting and sharing their creativity daily on the contests and on uploading new photos, they're getting new coins constantly. And something else that we did, Gary, is we also give away coins as contest prizes.
Okay.
So, I mean, we have on every single contest, we have really cool prizes, but we've added extra value to the contest, but not only winning the prizes, but also coins.
Was this something that you internally thought of, or did you have a focus group of your users suggesting something like this?
This has been a 10-year focus group. So before launching the coins, we had a reward system already in place, mm-hmm. where it was we were giving badges to our members and really cool ways for them for people to feel great on the actions and the interaction right. they were having on the community. But we were missing that extra step of actually rewarding with real products and with real mm-hmm. gifts to the active members. So definitely it was millions of users and many years of feedback, and finally I think we launched the right product.
It's a lot of virtual economy based activity just in the last few months, the NFTs launching and now coins. When the word gets out about this, do you think this will increase more people on the platform, or do you think it's going to increase the engagement among your existing users?
Definitely both. The reason why we launched coins was to award active members. Mm-hmm. not as a way to acquire new members or whatnot. So our focus was to empower current members. And definitely we're going to see, and we're starting to see with the beta testing, more activity within members.
Right.
But definitely for new members of the community, when they see this new coin system, I think people are going to get hooked right away and excited to share their creativity with all the members of the community.
Is there a way to promote or convey the messages, if you're a user, about coins outside of the Viewbug platform? Because I could see that as a way of displaying the popularity of a picture or something like that. Is there going to be a badge or something they can use outside the Viewbug platform?
Definitely. We already have a leaderboard where we show members with the most number of coins, right, or accumulated coins. And again, Gary, you should be part of our product team because now we're about to finish building the different tools and badges that we're going to give community members that have the highest number of accumulated coins.
Great. So going into the new year, what's next? I mean, on your roadmap? These are two big projects, which I think fundamentally change how communities can interact with pictures other than just, thumbs up or thumbs down or hearts or what have you. Video is hot. Is video something you're going to be playing a little bit with?
We're going to be probably announcing something in regards to video in the future.
Again, trying to get that job on your product team.
There you go. Probably, maybe, who knows? And we're all about, we really believe in the creator economy. So you might hear a few more things around those, around the creator economy in the future as well. Good.
So where can people get more information about, obviously they can go to viewbug.com, but how can if they're interested in either partnering with you and Viewbug, or even maybe, who knows, maybe doing a contest or something with you, where would they go for that information?
Absolutely. So yeah, as you mentioned, they can go to viewbug.com and there's a specific section for brands. If brands want, we run white label, a platform for contests and a turnkey solution for brands to run contests. So viewbug.com is the place. And as a photographer, if you're a photographer and want to join some really cool contests, viewbug.com, or download the Viewbug app on Android or iOS.
Well, great, Ori. Thank you so much for your time, and looking forward to checking it out on viewbug.com. Thank you.
Thank you, Gary. Have a great day.
Thank you for listening to the Dead Pixel Society podcast. Read more great stories and sign up for the newsletter at www.thedeadpixelssociety.com.